His Excellency, Mr. Say Samar, the Minister of Environment of Cambodia, my fellow ministers, Mr. Arif Yuano, Chair of the EAS, Partnerships in Environmental Management for the Seas of East Asia, Ms. Amy Gonzalez, the Executive Director of a PEMSEA Resource Facility, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, warmest greetings from the Republic of Korea. I am Sung Young-moon, Minister of Oceans and Fisheries. First of all, I'd like to start by offering my sincere congratulations to the successful staging of EAS Congress 2021 under the theme of Charting a New Decade of Hope. The first EAS Congress held in 2003 in Putrajaya, Malaysia, marked the milestone for the future direction of PEMSEA by approving Sustainable Development Strategy for the Seas of East Asia. This triennial event is an important opportunity for PEMSEA country partners to showcase their outcomes and develop agenda items to achieve the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. The tremendous challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic have not yet loosened the grip. So I can only imagine how difficult it must have been to put together this significant event. In this regard, I'd like to convey my deepest gratitude to the Cambodian government for offering this wonderful opportunity for PEMSEA country partners to engage in dynamic talks. Cambodia is home to one of the world's widest sea plant and coral reef ecosystem, actively participating in ocean-related discussions with its essential role. The Korean government has closely cooperated with the Cambodian government for various projects to preserve the East Asian seas, including the capacity building program on coastal and marine environmental management. I firmly believe that Cambodia will play a central role in marine conservation, thereby make a significant contribution to the global response to tackle climate change. My special appreciation also goes to the PEMSEA Secretariat for its hard work in ensuring the success of this milestone event in association with the host country. The ocean is our most valuable asset, which we must put our wisdoms together to preserve in a concerted manner. The marine environment is rapidly being degraded by climate change, marine debris, and marine biodiversity loss. The call for the world to rise to this challenge and protect the marine environment under such a threat is more pressing now than ever before. Against this backdrop, PEMSEA's continued efforts to achieve sustainability of the East Asian Sea by establishing SDS-SEA and conducting integrated coastal management now holds more significance and encouragement. Distinguished guests from home and abroad, the ocean is home to countless living creatures, the planet's last bastion in the fight against climate change, and a source with unlimited possibilities. The Korean government has devised diverse policies to keep marine ecosystems intact and ensure the sustainable use of marine resources. Among other critical issues, climate change has posed the most severe threat to sea current, sea level, and marine organisms. To address such challenge and bring sustainability back to the sea, the Korean government declared its commitment to achieving carbon neutrality by 2050 as of last year. In line with this roadmap, the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries of Korea aims at going beyond carbon neutral toward carbon negative for the oceans and the fisheries sectors. To this end, Korea plans to promote decarbonization in the shipping industry by reducing carbon emissions from ships, developing zero carbon fuels for vessels such as hydrogen and ammonia, and building infrastructure for hydrogen ports. In addition, we'll never stand idle in expanding and developing ocean-based carbon sinks, so-called blue carbon, by creating more marine forests and restoring tidal flats. The Korean government also continues to push its boundaries in preserving marine ecosystems and ensuring marine biodiversity. Korea's tidal flats are known as an excellent carbon sink and habitat for a variety of marine organisms. In consideration of this, the Korean government is taking aggressive measures to protect ecologically significant tidal flats by designating them as marine protected areas. Especially, Korea's tidal flats were inscribed on the list of UNESCO's World Natural Heritage in July this year in recognition of their outstanding universal value. On behalf of the Korean government, I strive to conserve this valuable heritage. Excellencies and distinguished guests, our journey toward the sustainable development of the ocean is not an easy task. Due to its far-reaching impact and magnitude, marine litter has long been a global issue that requires a joint response across the globe. It not only damages marine ecosystem and biodiversity, but has negative impacts on all related industries, including fisheries, aquaculture, and tourism. The Korean government is striving to resolve such issue in a comprehensive manner. Based on a life cycle perspective of a marine litter issue, Korea is taking measures to prevent the generation of a marine litter, collect them in a most efficient way, and promote the reuse and recycling. As part of the effort, Korea has established the Pan-Governmental Marine Litter Management Commission to create a platform for related ministries to jointly seek solutions. Korea is also encouraging active participation from civil society through the Adopt a Beach program. The Korean government has enhanced our solidarity with the international community for combating climate change and achieving the SDGs via 2021 P4G Seoul Summit. The P4G Summit in May succeeded in sounding the alarm for the entire world that marine litter issues must be resolved promptly and efficiently in order to ensure the sustainability of the ocean. In that summit, Korea also signed an MOU with PEMSEA to launch the East Asian Seas Initiative on Clean Oceans, aimed at seeking civil society-based solutions for marine litter in East Asia. Excellencies and distinguished guests, the fifth session of the UN Environment Assembly, which is expected to discuss the adoption of a binding international treaty regarding marine litter, will be held in about 3 months. This assembly is telling us that the marine environment requires a global cooperation beyond the individual governments. In this context, I'm confident that 2021 EAS Congress will serve as an ideal platform for discussions which serves to lead a meaningful consensus in the upcoming UN Environmental Assembly. In order to restore and preserve pristine blue sea in a sustainable manner for future generations, the humanity as a whole shall be determined to learn how to embrace and follow the ways of the sea. On behalf of my ministry, I remain open to the voice and the needs of the sea throughout the future. To realize the sustainable development of the East Asian Sea, Korea will closely cooperate with the PEMSEA Secretariat and country partners. I'd like to once again offer my gratitude for the success of this Congress. I also sincerely wish you the best luck in your future journey, good health, and wellness. Thank you very much indeed for your kind attention. 감사합니다.